I mean, at Syracuse, we learn, you know, several different methods, but the truth is, it really depends on, I don't know, for me, I always found that I had a teacher who just talked about intention and about, you know, pursuing what, you know, like, you know, everybody, this is true for everybody at any point. You have an intention, you have a goal. When you're talking to somebody, there's always something, you know, happening.
There's always something you want.
There's always something you want.
In every interaction you have with anybody in life.
Yeah.
There's something.
Especially on stage, otherwise it's not what we call stage worthy. It's like, why is this, you know?
Yeah, if nobody's fighting for something. But even you know, even in talking to a friend or something, you know, even if it's just a casual conversation, you want to connect, you want to share, or you know, but sorry.
No, not at all. I mean, I think I've learned many different methods, and for me, I don't know, I don't really like to overthink too much about, you know, which one am I going to go with today, or I don't know. I've actually.
Yes, it's much more on instinct and what feels right.
Yeah, I mean, it's difficult. It's not something I'm always the most comfortable talking about. I don't mean in this setting. I just mean in general. Like if anybody asks me, I'm like, I can't give a specific, definite answer. I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
It's hard to articulate. You know, especially I think going to school, you are taught so much, and you are taught all these different techniques. You're taught movement. You're taught speech. You're taught accents. You're taught voice. You're taught so many different things: the classics, the Greeks, the whatever, mask work, all this stuff. And so I think the point of training, I think training is incredibly important to all actors, no matter what genre you go into, is that you get the training so that you kind of figure out what works for you. And I think, you know, now that we are lucky enough, honestly, just so lucky and fortunate to be working actors, it's not so much that you have a certain technique that you follow. It's like you take bits and pieces of what works for you, and you know, like, but you know, for auditions at least and stuff, you get a script and you know how to. You're given the tools of how to break down a script and figure out what you think your character wants to do. But I agree with Jake. I think the most important thing is, and that's Stanislavski, right? The intentions and everything.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. I think most theater in America, or most drama training programs in America are basically based on Stanislavski's technique. I think that's pretty much what is taught.
Yeah,
I mean, you get like we did like viewpoint. There's the method. I rarely.
Stanislavski.
I don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean,
it's been a while since we've been in school.
I also find that they all, you know, sometimes they're saying the same thing.
Yeah.
In a different way, and I think as long as you kind of understand, as long as you understand what you're doing, and I think in terms of training, I'm not saying that, you know, I think training is amazing, and I'm glad I had mine. Sometimes it's a process of, you know, some actors can get too heady, and it's a process of unlearning what you're doing.
I think the biggest part of training is you go to school for so long to learn to get out of your head.
Yeah.
Because that's death for actors. Like when you're in a scene and you start thinking, you know, there's a little something. Oh, I had an acting teacher call it like a little bird on the shoulder that starts like whispering in your ear and like saying, this isn't working, this isn't working, this is bad, or like, oh, I can't believe that. Especially with theater, when it's like a long scene, or you can't just go back and do it again. It'll kill you. It'll kill you. It'll go from being an awesome experience to just you are hating every moment of your life.
And besides drama, did you study other artistic subjects? I don't know, like singing, dancing, or was it part of your?
Well, movement is part of training.
Yeah, okay.
And I had to take, at school, even the actors, because my school, Carnegie Mellon was a conservatory within a university. So there was directing majors, acting majors, musical theater majors, design, production, all the entire gamut. But the actors, we didn't have to take any other classes, like besides, well, we had to take like voice, and you could take a dance class, I don't think I did, but you have to take movement, you have to take all that stuff, but we didn't have to take science or math or history or any of that, except drama history of drama. But I've taken like voice classes and stuff, yeah.
Took photography for a while, but I just don't, I can say that I don't have I hate developing. I just never, and I never saw, there is a whole art form to the developing process, and that's the part of it I never could fully grasp.
I always wanted to take photography,
No.
but I never did.
And then you studied in Russia.
Yes, I did.
And Jake, you came to London, I think, when you were a student too.
Yes.
And so
we both did abroad semesters.
yeah. So I was wondering, what did these overseas experiences brought you in terms of acting? Did you find a big difference between what you were taught in the United States and abroad?
It's a good question. We both had. You went to Russia for acting,
Mm-hmm.
for an act, and I went to London. I studied and was able to perform at the Globe Theatre.
Oh, that's
So
awesome.
that was amazing. I mean, and just for me, I mean, just that I will never be afraid to perform on any stage ever again after being able to be on that one and being confident that that's a big space, and it's not, it's built in the old way, so it's not the modern acoustic tricks that that they have in theaters today do not apply there. So it's a whole, and when you feel that you can fill that space, I don't know, it was an amazing experience and feeling for me. Yeah.
I think with Russia, the thing that I learned the most was to trust yourself and push yourself, because I think it's just, and it's also an American just way of thinking, like, oh, if it hurts, take it careful, like, be careful, don't if it starts to hurt, sit down, but in Russia, they have this phrase, basically, to just break yourself. If it hurts, keep doing it and do it harder. And because then, if you get through the pain, you can do it. And they're definitely they don't coddle you or baby you as much as they do in the States, which I really, really enjoyed. And you know what, it works, because the theater that I saw in Russia was the best theater I've ever seen in my entire life. Because there's creativity, and there's a willingness just to, go for it. And to put yourself in a sort of danger that there isn't in the States.
Well, actually, that's what I was going to ask you just after. Did you ever, I would say, reach your personal limits, in what was asked of you by your director? Even if you have personal limits, things you say, okay, I can't do that, or I don't want to do that on stage, or no, it's too much danger, I cannot do that, I don't want to do that.
I've never felt to be put in that position.
No, I don't think I have either, actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I guess is good that we haven't reached our limits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think lots of directors believe, do more and we'll pull you back, instead of if you're not doing enough. It's easier for a director to pull you back than to push you forward. I mean, I don't think I don't think I can remember anything that I was like, I can't do that.